Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, so Will Smith said basically in his public apology towards Chris Rock, he said that he's reached out to Chris Rock and he says Chris Rock has told him he's not ready to talk. Interesting. But every time you look around, Chris Rock is taking subliminals at Will Smith. And, you know, he's poking fun at him. If you're not ready to address this situation, why would you keep trying to capitalize off it? You can't have it both ways where you're trying to make money off a situation, which Chris Rock has made some money off. Chris Rock has made a few $1 million. Him getting slapped was the best thing that happened to his ailing comic career. His shows wasn't selling out as soon as that slap happened. Most of his shows sold out. But at the end of the day, people like a shit show. Because people get off, especially non-blacks, seeing black men going at each other. Everybody and their mama from the gate said that Will Smith shouldn't have did what he did. We all said it. But at the same time, we had empathy and we had understanding. Because at the end of the day, Will Smith had this building up for years. I talked about this in a video. But at the end of the day, Chris Rock is by far no victim. Because Chris Rock for 30 years got away with victimizing, undermining, disrespecting, and humiliating the black community. Opening up the door for people that don't look like us to call themselves trying to distinguish the difference between a black person and you know what. But here's the thing. Chris Rock instantly, and I'm sorry, I'ma always bring that up. Chris Rock let two non-blacks sit up there and basically call him the N-word right to his face, and he didn't do nothing. And if you white, don't come on here and talk about it's called being a professional. Nah, it's called being disrespectful. See, that's the thing. White people love to try to define what everything is by their logic. It's funny, if you say something about them being, living an alternative lifestyle or maybe possibly being Jewish, then here they come. But then they always have made you feel, if you a black person, that you just supposed to sit up there and take it. Don't respond, show restraint and all that stuff. Look, get out of here. And that's what you call them trying to implement a slave master mentality towards them. All you got to do is watch that scene in the birth of a Nation. Nate Parker dropped some jewels in that movie, and that's why people were so scared of that movie. And why they quickly tried, well, they didn't try, and why they quickly sunk that movie. It was purposely sabotaged. Because he dropped too many jewels in that movie, too many subliminals in that movie that they was worried that black people would figure it out. I already knew, because I witnessed it. But to me, Chris Rock, is acting like a diva. So like I said, you can forgive two non-blacks for disrespecting you and your people right in front of your face. Where you had another white Jewish man and Jerry Steinfeld had to check the two people that said it on your behalf. Say, hey man, I don't feel comfortable with you saying that. I don't never say that word. You had to have a white man check somebody on your behalf. You sat up there and looked like a complete bitch. Because I promise you, Louis C.K., which I know people be trying to say, oh, he's Mexican or man, that dude is white. Okay? He white. Okay? That's just real talk. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, and it still don't justify him saying that. Because he got pale skin. He ain't black. Okay? So stop it. Y'all always trying to make excuses for people. That's black people's biggest problem. So like I said before, when is Chris Rock going to do some apologizing? At the end of the day, Chris Rock had did this. Chris Rock had been poking fun at Jada Pinkett Smith for years. He attacked her at the first Oscar in front of mixed company. And like I said, I don't think he would have said that about no white woman. And then if a white woman would have said she had alopecia, then everybody would have been coming after Chris Rock talking about sensitivity and all this kind of stuff. But because it's a black woman, they don't care. Now, whether you like Jada Pinkett Smith as a person, and that's highly debatable, at the end of the day, she's still a black woman. And black women do go through certain things as far as appearance go. But the funny thing is, you got people that, once again, the influence that we have on society. It's funny, people will try to make fun of us and mock us, but then they will try to emulate us and profit off us. Go figure, huh? But yeah, as far as Chris Rock go, Chris Rock has done a lot of damage to the black community. Some of the things he said that people that don't look like us think is okay. Because you really do have people talking about, see, here's the difference between, you know, a black man and you know what. You don't get to define that. You sure you want to play that game? You sure you want to play that game? Okay? Real talk. You don't want to play that game with me. I'm serious. So Chris Rock ain't ready to talk, huh? But like I said, he constantly is taking shots at the dude. Nobody wants to see this from Will Smith perspective. But I'm going to get to that later on in another video. Like I said, I briefly explained this. Will Smith held a lot of this stuff in for 30 years that he had to just sit up and take. And finally it came out. And it came out, I guess, on the biggest stage as far as entertainment and film go, the biggest ever. And the funny thing is, nobody wasn't even talking about the Oscars until Will Smith did what he did. Once again, Will Smith created a buzz. Keep telling y'all that. But as far as Chris Rock goes, Chris Rock should be a man and talk to Will Smith. Since everybody love to define what a man is, how a man's supposed to react. Because when it's all said and done, it's just based off of opinion. There's no factual definition of what a man should do and how a man should react to a situation. Everybody acts different. Y'all don't try to find manhood. Y'all don't try to define manhood when all these white boys and stuff be going to God knows where, shooting up everything. Y'all don't be talking that manhood shit then. So I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm not gonna sit up here and keep slamming Will Smith and telling Will Smith how to react as a black man. Everybody have their moments. Everybody had their moments where they get out of character. Okay? And I feel like everybody have their right in life to get out of character 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 times. Especially over a 50-year period. Will Smith is 50 plus years old. 50, I think he'll be 53. September Will Smith is a Libra like me. I think his birthday is before mine. So over a 50-year span, I feel like you have the right to have, one relapse in bad judgment. I'm approaching 50. So at the end of the day, I feel like I have a right to make a mistake. And at the end of the day, you're going to use bad judgment till you leave this earth. So I feel like everybody that's coming so hard at Will Smith, to a certain degree, y'all need to shut the fuck up and look at y'all mirror. Everybody make mistakes. And like I said, I'm not team Chris Rock by any stretch of the imagination, because just looking at the grand scheme of things, the damage Chris Rock has done and a lot of black comedians have done to the black comedian, to the black community, saying things that they shouldn't be saying, being a little too open. And then a lot of times these goofy ass white people and non-blacks be thinking that they have an understanding of black people when they watch comedy or they watch a certain movie. Oh, I understand. No, you don't. Unless you walk in my shoes, you will never understand. Real talk. So Chris Rock needs to man up. If you ain't gonna talk to Will Smith, then stop. Like personally, then stop crying, bro. Stop taking shots. But I think, to be honest with you, I think Chris Rock, whether he wants to admit it or not, I think Chris Rock may need therapy. Because I think to a certain degree, I think behind the scenes, I think Chris Rock probably be having nightmares about that. Because the world saw him get the shit slapped out of him. Whether people said he was a professional and all that kind of stuff, at the end of the day, you know you want to do something or wish you could do something. I'm telling you right now, Chris Rock, I'm willing to bet you money. No matter how much Chris Rock wanted to pretend it didn't bother him or whatever, but he started to admit that it fucked him up. I guarantee you Chris Rock think about that every day. I'm telling you right now, Chris Rock probably was somewhere crying, literally in tears. But at the end of the day, it's time for you and Will Smith to try to fix this situation for everybody's sake. But like I said, I proved once again what I've been saying about Will Smith. He generates too much money. But yeah, Chris Rock, he need to do some apologizing himself to the black community and how he's thrown us under the bus. And basically put out images of us that may or may not be true, because every black person don't go through what Chris Rock described in his skits or his sets. Real talk. It's your boy Town Biz, and I just dropped another jewel. I'm out.